Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we've got another mascara battle. I flipping love a mascara battle. It's one of my favourite videos to do, honestly, and today it's an exciting one because we're going to be testing out the brand new Dark Star mascara from Pat McGrath against her existing Fetisheyes Mascara and seeing which of Pat's mascaras wins this battle. So there are a few differences between these mascaras and a few similarities. So as far as the similarities go, they are both, in theory, the same price. On Pat's website currently, the new mascara is actually several pounds, I think £3 less than her old mascara, but I think that will change. Pat loves to just willy-nilly change the prices of her products on her website, and I think because it's a new release and she's having a sale, that's possibly what's going on. Selfridges has them both at the same price, and I think Sephora as well, yes, has them both at the same price. So let's assume they're the same price. What's going on? They both claim to have like a lash extension effect. They both claim to be massively volumizing, lengthening and dramatic mascaras. So they both are kind of right up my street, if you want to say it that way. And neither claim to be either waterproof or water resistant. The biggest differences are that the Fetisheyes has some kind of lash care claims. It claims to be conditioning and have some like lash care ingredients in there, whereas the Dark Star doesn't have that claim. And the biggest difference that I noticed is that the new biggest difference that I came across is that the old mascara is 8 mils. The Fetisheyes mascara has 8 mils of product in it, and the new mascara has 13 mils in it, a whopping amount more than the original for your money, which we love. We do love a bit more bang for our buck around here anyway. So the other major difference between these mascaras is the wand. Here they are side by side. Dark Star, obviously with the gold lid, is at the top and Fetisheyes at the bottom. So Fetisheyes has that flat one length brush head, no, bristles that are any different length. It's all one length of bristles, whereas the Dark Star has that curved hourglass shape to the bristles. So that is the biggest difference as far as the brush. They are both a sort of bristly type of mascara, which generally didn't used to be my thing. I used to love a sort of rubbery, spiky brush, but the Fetisheyes mascara is like my holy grail mascara. I know lots of people get confused because they think my favorite mascara is Lancome Monsieur Big, which it was for a very long time, but if I had to pick one now, this would be my favorite so far. The Dark Star packaging is far superior. Obviously it's bigger. We now know it's got almost twice as much as the Fetisheyes. It feels super heavy. The heaviest mascara I've ever held. So if you have exceedingly weak arms, you may not be able to lift it. You probably will, it'll probably be fine. It might be a new workout for you. Just make sure you swap arms because you don't want one bicep larger than the other, okay? The Fetisheyes, I never minded the Fetisheyes packaging. I like that it's kind of chic and simple and understated, but there's no doubt about it that the new mascara in the gold with the pink writing down the side and the weightiness of it feels much more luxurious and special. So without further ado, let's get on with the demo. Okay, so we're going in with the original Fetisheyes mascara first on this side of my face, or my face. So I'm applying it to both sides of my lashes. Bear in mind, applying mascara on camera is a nightmare because you can't really put your face at the angle that you would normally want. So all the mess that's going to get on my eyelid, that's not necessarily the mascara's fault or what would normally happen. It's just because I'm filming and it's hard to tilt your head the right way to avoid that happening. But that is easily cleaned up with a cotton bud. Okay, so there is one coat of the Fetisheyes Mascara, the original mascara versus no lashes on this side. By the way, I feel like whenever I film a mascara video, I get told, oh, this is useless because you already had good lashes, or I would prefer, someone said in my last mascara video, I would prefer to see this on someone with bad lashes or with short lashes to start with. And I was like, sorry. I mean, I do work hard for my channel and I really want to help you guys, but I draw the line at cutting my lashes off in order to help you. These are the only ones I've got, so I can only apologise that they're decent. I don't know what to tell you. So next up, we're going in with the new mascara, and let me tell you, I am excited. I mean, I love the original, so presumably this is like, or at least Pat feels like this is an improvement, otherwise why release it? So I am extremely excited. This formula feels slightly wetter. That's my first thing that I'm noticing. It feels slightly wetter than the Fetisheyes, which isn't a bad thing by my book. I feel like that just keeps the mascara fresh for longer, and it also makes it easier to layer, but at the same time it does mean you have to be careful when applying because you're gonna get probably more transfer onto the lid, or it's certainly easier to do that. Okay, so that's one coat of these two mascaras. So the new one is this eye and the Fetisheyes, the original, is this eye. What I'm noticing in the mirror, I'm going to try to look at you as much as possible because people always complain if I'm looking down at the mirror that you actually can't see my lashes, and you need to see them too, you know. I hear you. So I'm sorry about that. I'm going to try and look at you as much as possible, give you the best view possible. So what I'm noticing is I feel the new mascara on that initial coat has more volume. Do you guys agree? I feel like it has more volume and it's potentially more lifted or curled than the Fetisheyes. Are you noticing that? It's got the same amazing like length and volumizing in the most natural way that I love about the original, but I feel like this is just giving me a bit more volume and a bit more lift on the first coat. What do you think so far? It might even be slightly blacker as well. Do you see that? Can you pick that up? So we're going for our second coat now, and this is where the proof is in the pudding, because I am like a 2 to 3 coats kind of girl. I always say, obviously you stop wherever you're happy. Lots of people will be a 1 coat girl or boy, and lots of you will be like a 10 coat people like me. I love huge, massive, fat, fake looking lashes. So, you know, you don't have to, but that's what I like. So we're going to do a good few coats today to see what we can get for those who are not natural lash fans like me, for example. So 2 coats of the Fetisheyes versus 1 of the new mascara. I feel like at this point they look pretty close, pretty similar. Yeah, so let's go in with a second coat of the new one. Oh yeah, I mean, can you see the difference? I hope this is coming across on camera. I feel like I'm taking a lot less time and effort on this side to get actually a better effect. Really outperforming the Fetisheyes, I feel like, in all categories. It's giving me more length, more lift, and maybe even more volume. But what I love about both these mascaras is they give you loads of volume while keeping as many lashes as possible. I think that's why I've started to prefer the Pat McGrath over my previous like holy grail, the Lancome Monsieur Big, because that does stick all your lashes together, or a lot of lashes together, which I do love that look, that crazy volume look, but obviously you end up with less lashes because it's like kind of, you know, sticking them together to achieve that volume. I feel like these mascaras, both of them do this very, very beautifully, where they're giving you lots of volume, but you're still keeping a lot of lashes because it's keeping that little bit of separation there. So they're looking that hair more natural, but still very dramatic. They just keep a hint of fluffiness and that natural separation to them. It's just, they are very similar. I feel like the new one is giving me a little more separation and definition. I do think it's definitely blacker. It's definitely giving me a bit more volume and lift, and we're getting there with less product, less passes over the lash than we are with the original. So at the moment, I'm definitely preferring the new one. Okay, so we're going in now with our third and final coat. I don't necessarily feel like they need a third coat. I think for me, I'd probably most days would stop at 2, depending how I feel. But I know lots of you guys will want to know just how big, how dramatic can these mascaras go. So we're going to go for 3 today, just to see, to experiment. So I don't necessarily feel like that third coat on this side is making a huge amount of difference. I feel like we've kind of achieved maximum drama that we're going to get out of the Fetish Eyes. So that's 3 coats of the Fetish Eyes versus 2 coats of the Dark Star. And let's even that up. Oh, that's a satisfying little, isn't it? That's definitely whacking some more on. So I feel like this third coat from Dark Star, I feel like I'm commentating on a horse race or something. Coming up from the rear, Dark Star to take the win. Fetish Eyes is falling behind in the final furlong. It definitely is building more so than I could manage to get out of Fetish Eyes. Okay, so here's the final comparison. 3 coats of Fetish Eyes, 3 coats of Dark Star. And for me, Dark Star has charged past the finishing line. It's definitely the biggest difference at this stage with the 3 coats, because I feel like Dark Star really continued to build on that third coat, whereas I feel Fetish Eyes had kind of given up. It's like, that's all you're getting out of me today, love. That's what it said. So yeah, definitely more volume on this side at this point. It's kept the lift, it's kept the length. I think the length is very, very close. Maybe, possibly, Fetish Eyes is slightly longer, but maybe not. I think it's just the effect of the extra volume on this side. Definitely kept the separation. I don't feel like they've got super clumpy. I think that I'm noticing definitely the Dark Star, sorry, this is confusing. The Dark Star side feels fluffier and lighter versus this side, which feels slightly firmer. Not crispy or crunchy, but definitely this side feels lighter and fluffier, which is great. But I mean, nothing came off on my finger when I just did that. So they're both drying nice and rapidly and not transferring, so that's great. So lastly, but not leastly, I'm going to do my bottom lashes. I know that I love the Fetish Eyes on my bottom lashes. I find the wand is perfect for getting them, you know, defined and coated and black, but it isn't too much. I find my Lancome Monsieur Big is too much for the lower lashes, whereas this one is fine. Again, I'm going to get some transfer because I'm not looking down so you guys can actually see, but we can worry about that later. So yeah, I love Fetish Eyes on my lower lashes. It gives me that kind of spiky, separated look, but it's really easy to control. I don't find it touches my under eye area and smudges or anything like that. So let's see if the new mascara is as good with those lower lashes. By the way, with both of these mascaras, I'm wiping off like the whole one because I just want the smallest amount on those bottom lashes. My bottom lashes are very long, so it's hard to like apply a small enough amount. So I wipe off the entire wand back into the pot before I go on, and I did that on both sides. Okay, so I did actually find that side far more tricky to do my lower lash line. Like you can see probably that I got a little bit of transfer on my under eye area. I found it definitely harder to control the wand and keep it away from my skin, because the head of the wand, the like fatter end, is definitely bigger than the Fetisheyes brush. So I definitely prefer and found easier the Fetisheyes on this side versus the Dark Star, although the look of the Dark Star is perhaps a little bit more natural. So it's not that I don't like it there. I think it looks beautiful. I think it's perfect for lower lashes, but it will be slightly trickier because of the larger brush head. So now that that mascara on my lid has dried, I'm just going to go and buff that off with a Q-tip. I think although this side, the lower lashes were slightly trickier to control or to apply without making a massive mess, I still actually prefer the result on the Dark Star side than I think I do on the Fetisheyes side. I think it just looks a little more natural. I'm actually super surprised. I didn't really think they were going to be different, and they aren't massively different. They're not completely different types of mascara, as in one is not, you know, a curling mascara and one is you know, a fluffy lash mascara or something like that. They both do the dramatic big fat lashes thing beautifully. So I think they're the same type of mascara. I do think the Dark Star is better. I think I prefer it. I love that it's giving me that extra bit of lift and that extra bit of volume with less time taken to get me there. I just think it's a beautiful. They both are. I absolutely love these mascaras, and I mean, no complaints from me. I think my lashes look amazing on both sides. I just think the slightly blacker colour and the more volume, while still keeping that definition, that separation, has won the day for me. So there you have it. I really did not think Pat was going to make it this easy for me. I really thought this was going to be impossible to choose, or I just wouldn't like the new one. I thought it wasn't going to live up to the expectation of Fetisheyes because I just love this one so much. I didn't think this one had a chance, but it went and smashed it out of the park. And I'm really glad, because I hate when I do a comparison video and there isn't a clear winner. But for me, anyway, there was a clear winner in the Dark Star mascara. I can't speak. And just add in a couple of extra points. Neither of these mascaras flakes or smudges on me throughout the day, but I will just point out that's not an issue I generally have with mascaras. The only mascara that's really given me panda eyes is the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I don't have a sort of oily under eye area or anything like that that causes mascara to transfer really badly, but neither of these flake or smudge on me throughout the day, and they are both moderately easy to remove at the end of the day. They aren't super easy. I find the Huda Beauty mascara comes off very easily because it's a fibre mascara, but they're not especially hard. They're certainly not like trying to remove waterproof mascara at the end of the day, but they are just kind of averagely easy or difficult. I really hope you found this video helpful, and it may have helped you decide which of these mascaras to love or leave or pick up or not, or maybe neither of them, or maybe both, like me, if you are a huge mascara addict, because I love them. I just do. They're my holy grail product. I would love to see you in my next video. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.